Well, good morning, everyone. We are so glad to have you here for Brewing Up Business. I hope everyone's making some great connections and moving table to table. We just love this Air Meet platform where it really gives you control over your networking experience. My name is Tammy Wallace. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I am the co-founder, president, and CEO of the Chamber. I just want to quickly mention you can add your pronouns as well by updating your profile, which is in the bottom right-hand corner. I know Christy's going to be adding some instructions there. And I do want to welcome everyone to not only to Bring Up Business, but if you are a guest with us here this morning, we're glad to have you. We absolutely love having our guests participate in our events and Brewing Up Business. We've got so much coming up. You are always invited to join us for any chamber event. To our members that are here and our faithful members that have really continued to show up, be present, and participate, particularly in the virtual events, we're glad to have you this morning. I know we've got a bunch of folks joining us on Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube Live. We've got a lot going on this morning. So we are spreading, the word about the chamber, but particularly we are so excited to have our sponsor, Patrick Torma with Goosehead Insurance. You're going to hear from him shortly, and to have him share a little bit more, not only about what he does, but really who he is, and how timely with hurricane season fast approaching. So, Pat, thank you for sponsoring. We're going to bring him on here in just a minute. Be sure and add your contact info in the chat box so people can get in touch with you after they do so. Note your pronouns as well. And with that, the folks that you're connecting with this morning, networking 101, but go grab their LinkedIn profile, make a connect via LinkedIn as well. A quick note, 2021 is the Chamber's milestone 5-year anniversary. And we are so grateful to our Chamber inaugural members, our founding members, our inaugural corporate partners and our inaugural strategic partners. These are literally companies and organizations that have been with us since year one. And we are so grateful. In fact, Pat is one of our inaugural members. So how fitting to have him as our May Brewing Up Business sponsor. So with that, I do want to acknowledge, speaking of corporate partners and members, we are absolutely bringing on, the Chamber continues to grow. And I want to give a shout out to our new corporate partners, Arca Continental, Coca-Cola, Southwest Beverages. You'll be hearing more from them, more engagement as we move forward. HEB, you may have heard of HEB. I think most everyone has. We are absolutely thrilled to have HEB as part of the Chamber family, and HEB is huge commitment to supplier diversity and engaging LGBTQ on businesses. And JSX, they are actually an airline, and the link's going in the chat now. An airline, you get the private airline experience, but not at private travel pricing. So check out their website as well. With that, I do want to say, Maureen, Maureen's having a little technical difficulties on her side with her internet connection. So bear with us. We're going to keep working through this. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Our new business level members, AF custom shirts. If you have not seen their shirts, you've got to check it out. Very Houston centric, all the H-Town kind of t-shirts that you could want, always in season. Another great company, Commercial Decoration. Again, the links are going in the chat box, so check that out. We are so glad to have them as our newest business level members, and always thankful for our corporate partners, and particularly those that are celebrating their chamber anniversary this month. Fertitta Entertainment, you know them as Landry's Golden Nugget, the Houston Rockets, and Signature Care Emergency Center. And then we have a lot of renewals this month, and you can see the wonderful list of our members, including Pat. Pat, thank you for your continued support. So we really, really appreciate the continued support of the Chamber from our renewing members and all of our corporate partners that truly have made a tremendous investment in the Chamber. as well as our President's Circle members that you can see. I know Simone's on here with Refuge. We're very proud to have that collaboration. Our founding members, you can see with Murphy, Outsmart, Adams, London, and Weiss, and Bocce. We're so glad to, for their continued support. And all of our members, including our chamber sponsors that really step up and help us day to day with operations with the chamber. All right. We just got lots going on here. With upcoming events, I am not going to read all this, but there's a couple I'm going to highlight for you. Tomorrow night is the town hall with the American Jewish Committee, getting to know the Asian community, virtual town hall. This is going to be a great event. You can see some of the other events coming up. Two I'm going to highlight for you in particular. On June 9th, we're going to do a special edition Brewing Up Business with Marfran Cleaning, and they have written a book. And believe me, you are going to want to hear about their incredible story called From Pain to Love. It's amazing. And then Pride in Business is coming up on June 24th. This is our signature event, so do not miss it. There's sponsorship opportunities. We are adding sponsors literally every day at this point. It's going to be a great virtual event with our amazing keynote speaker, Louis Vega, who is the president of North America Dow. And actually, Louis is an LGBTQ executive. We're going to hear more about his story. So it's going to be a powerful event. We are going to celebrate the Chamber's 5-year anniversary, and we're going to also honor and recognize so many in our membership through our Pride in Business Awards that we're launching this year, along with we're going to actually recognize our inaugural founding members, etc. So it is going to be a terrific event. So join us for that. And of course, you can always find more information about the events on the events calendar. We've got Facebook events. There's a variety of ways to stay plugged in to the chamber. Okay, lots of announcements as always with Brewing Up Businesses. It sets the tone for the month and the months ahead with all the things that are going on. Again, I want to thank Pat Torma for sponsoring today. And Pat has not only been one of our inaugural members, but he has been one of our just steadfast. You always see Pat engaged, active. I know when I talk to different members and we talk about benefits that people have received from the chamber or other members they've been able to connect with, Pat's always one of the first people that come up because he's not only been a strong supporter of the chamber, but he is about helping people. And you're going to hear a little bit more with that we're going to do a little fireside chat this morning and talk to Pat. So Pat, welcome. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me, Tammy. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning, everybody.
Well, Pat, tell us a little bit about, we all know insurance, but
Sure.
you do a lot when it comes to insurance. Tell us a little bit more about that.
That's right. I'm an independent insurance broker. So as a broker, what I try to do is find my clients the best deal by bundling their home and car insurance or auto renters insurance. We shop with about 20 different companies. A lot of them Travelers, Progressive, Allstate, Nationwide. Those are some of our biggest carriers. Because we've got so many options, we don't lose when it comes to pricing. Many times we're going to find big savings. On top of that, it's part of my job to make sure that you understand the risk that you have as a homeowner, and as a somebody that drives a car, and to make sure that we appropriately put the right coverage in place so that when it's 15 degrees in Houston and my ceiling caves in, right, because the pipes are leaking, that I know that's covered. So that's what I try to do, is make sure that my clients get the best protection. Also, many times we're going to find savings as well. And does that answer that question, Tammy?
It does. And, I'd like to take that just a little further. Tell me,
Sure.
So, I understand broker, and that's great, and like having access to all of these top-notch companies. But Goosehead really is, insurance is a top-notch company. Tell us more about Goosehead and,
Sure.
strong ratings there, I know.
Yeah, so Goosehead is the largest independent agency in the state of Texas, and so we don't necessarily have, we're a brokerage, so we don't necessarily have a Goosehead product per se. Like you're not buying an actual Goosehead insurance policy, you're buying the policy for Progressive, but we're the insurance agency, and Goosehead does a phenomenal job taking care of our clients. My service team is available 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can now text us. And as you said, grows, to continue to hear about us and see us. And our goal is to outpace State Farm as the country's largest insurance provider. It was founded by a woman, Robin Jones. They had a lot of rental properties, couldn't find an insurance agent that could handle all of their properties, so they opened an insurance agency. That was about 17 years ago. And fast forward, we're now publicly traded and continuing. That's a little bit about Goosehead, and a little bit about myself. I've been an insurance agent for 12 years now. Got my start working for State Farm. Worked for a couple State Farm agents for about 4 years. Had a State Farm agency for 5 years. And that's kind of how I ended up in the independent space. But when it comes to my ability to help clients, it's very rare that we don't have a policy for any type of situation. So there's all kinds of factors that affect an insurance policy. We can pretty much do it all.
So Pat, tell me, I heard your background and with State Farm, and obviously been in the industry a long time. But this just since I've known you, this seems to be a calling for you. So, what brought you to the industry? Why is this important to you?
Sure. That's a good question. And like many people, I kind of fell into insurance. I go into college. I went to Houston, Coog's house, and I sold cars when I was going to school. So I like working with people, and that's interviewed with the State Farm agent, and the rest is history. But really, what I like most is helping people understand what's going to happen when there's a bad day and my house is flooded, or I have a bad car accident. Because a lot of times I'm going to uncover gaps, and when I was a kid, the house that I grew up in, it flooded time. So first time was kind of cool. We got to remodel it instead of like very 1980s. It was brought it into the 90s, but the second time not as cool because it wasn't as big of a remodel deal. And then the third time is like my parents' time to do. So I've experienced going through a flood. It's kind of an emotional deal because all of your stuff is destroyed, and that's something that I talk a lot about with my clients because it's not something that you expect, and you can most certainly protect yourself. It costs you $1.57 a day in most cases to buy flood insurance, and I would wager that most people are probably, spending that money on coffee at least.
I'm going to tell you, to have an insurance agent like you, Pat, especially we have had so many disasters in, the city, et cetera, and to have somebody,
Yes.
that can pick up the phone. But I know it's not just, clients that are picking up the phone and calling you. You're picking up the phone and calling clients and saying, how can I help? Are you okay? How's everything going?
Right. And having somebody at the other end of the line that you can trust, that's really what separates us from, the Geicos of the world, that we're not just a call center, and there's an actual person on the other end of the line. And I will say, hurricane season, they just changed it. It starts May 15th. And instead of June 1st. So hurricane season is starting early this year. I know, right? And then also they're expecting 17 storms, named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. So that's what we've got to look forward to. They expected 19 storms in 2020, and there were 30 names. So,
Unbelievable.
we don't know what it's going to do, but I highly recommend, if you don't have flood insurance, I'd be happy to let you know what it costs.
And Pat, with that, as we start to wrap up, is there anything else you want to share about the business? Any other things you got going on?
No, I would just say to the people in the room, if I've not met you yet, I would love to be a resource for you. I certainly look forward to shaking your hand at the next opportunity that we can do that. I sure do miss seeing everybody, but if you think you're paying too much for your insurance, or you're not happy with the level of service that you're getting, let's talk. I put my information in the chat, and would love to show you.
Terrific. And and I know Christy's going to make sure your contact info is in there as well. But if you do that, Pat is going to be at the table that is labeled as his table. So if you've got questions, you want to talk to him about insurance, particularly flood insurance, can't encourage everybody enough to have flood insurance, especially living in this city. He is going to, again, be at the table through the rest of the networking this morning. So we encourage you to stop by the table and just say hello. Pat's such a great guy. We just love him.
Thanks, Tammy.
And Pat, I want to say thank you so much, not only for sponsoring today, but I cannot tell you how much it means to have inaugural members like you that have been with us on this journey since year one. And you are such a part of our history, and we're incredibly grateful, because the Chamber is not where we're at today without the support of members like you. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Tammy, and congratulations on 5 years.
Thank you. We're gonna have a great celebration coming up. So, with that, let me jump into. We've got a couple of door prizes this morning, and I want to give a shout out to our door prize sponsor, Wholesome Healing, one of our incredible members. We thank them for. We got two $25 gift certificates coming up here. Of course, I love our board members, but they're not eligible. We always do say that. And I'm sure Jack's out there like, what? But with that, let's get ready. No, Maureen's got the slides coming up. Okay. The way this is going to work, the first person to post in the chat box is going to be the winner. So for our first door prize, what is the date for this year's Pride in Business Celebration and Awards Ceremony? Yep, Tim got it, June 24th. Good job, Tim. Okay. Maureen is going to follow up with you on that. Here's the second question for this $25 gift certificate from Wholesome Healing. What year did the Chamber launch? Close, Teresa. Simone got it. Congratulations, Simone. Wonderful. And thank you again to Wholesome Healing for being our door prize sponsor this morning. Maureen is going to follow up, Tim and Simone, with you all to coordinate on the door prizes, or Christy, could be one or the other. So we thank you for participating with the door prizes this morning. I just, again, want to give a huge shout out to Pat and say thank you. Please stop by the table. I promise, just say hello. Pat is great. And yeah, come say hi. He's going to be there. And with that, again, just want to mention we do have some great sponsorship opportunities coming up for the rest of the year. Keep an eye out. We got questions coming about in-person events. We're working on that as things are starting to open back up. And I know everybody misses being in person. We're grateful for the virtual format, but a lot of great things for the rest of the year. With that, I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us, spending your time at Brewing Up Business. I hope you're making some incredible connections this morning. Just a quick reminder, follow us on the Chamber social media. It's a great way to stay plugged in with everything that's going on. Use the Chamber Networking Cafe that's coming up as well. We want to encourage you to use that to schedule one-on-one meetings with people that you're meeting today, or other Chamber members. This is exactly why we have the Chamber Networking Cafe. You can literally use it as your tool, your platform to connect with other members. Again, I hope you made some great connections this morning. Continue to network. We've got the networking cafe open till 9. You can shift around from table to table. Stop by Pat's table, say hello. And with that, have a great morning and enjoy your Wednesday. Thank you.